Hello, good day everyone. Our topic is all about strategies for enhancing emotional intelligence. Goldman in 1995 laid down 13 ways of enhancing emotional intelligence in the light of understanding and managing emotions that teachers need to know and understand. First, think about feelings. A person has to be sensitive to one's and others' feelings to come up with the right manner of approach or appropriate response. For example, a teacher has to be aware of his or her student's background or situation that may trigger negative emotions. In that case, he or she would know the right approach when dealing with sensitive issues in the class. Second, pause. This is about taking a moment to stop and think before doing anything to refrain from resorting to an unsound decision at the height of anger. For example, at the peak of anger when a student commits violations, a teacher may gently pause for a while and take a moment of silence to rethink and cool down before jumping to any decision in order to avoid further consequences. Third, strive to control one's thoughts. This means controlling the reactions to emotions by focusing on one's thoughts in harmony with goals and values. For example, instead of overreacting to a certain incident or situation in the class, try to control negative thoughts to see a myriad of colors at the end of the rainbow among students. As such, try to find beauty in all things despite not too good circumstances that may happen. Fourth, benefit from criticism. Criticism, even not delivered in a favorable way, is an opportunity to learn, and it gives idea on how others think about you. For example, when a senior teacher gives negative feedback on your work, instead of taking it personally against him or her, gratefully accept it with humility and appreciation. Just think that is for your own good. This is for your improvement. Number 5, show authenticity. This is saying what we mean with what we say, and we have to stick onto our values and principles. For example, in times of confrontation with parents, as teachers, we should clearly express our side with respect and sincerity, while consistently upholding to the principle and truth behind the issue in order to avoid heated argument and conflict at the end. Number 6, demonstrate empathy. Whenever we show empathy to others, such as understanding their thoughts and feelings, we can easily establish a connection with them. As teacher, we should reach out to the students who are in their worst situation and try to understand them and feel as if we're in the same boat. Number 7, praise others. This is by way of acknowledging and appreciating others toward attaining self-fulfillment and building trust. For example, teachers should give acknowledgement and praise to students for their deeds that worth commending. Number 8, give helpful feedback. Although negative feedback may hurt one's feelings, at some point, it can be turned constructive for one's improvement. For example, when we receive negative feedback from our superiors, we have to take it as a challenge toward becoming a better and a stronger person. Number 9, apologize. Saying sorry demonstrates humility, a quality that will naturally win others as you value the relationship more than the ego. For example, whenever we commit mistakes in teaching, whether big or small, there is nothing to lose when we apologize. Even at times, doing it may seem to be very difficult. Number 10, forgive and forget. Forgiving and forgetting prevent others from holding emotions and allowing one to move forward. For example, when a student hurts us, we should be ready to forgive and let go of the pain that somehow caused us. Number 11, keep our commitments. The habit of keeping one's word in things, either big or small, develop a strong reputation for reliability and trustworthiness. For example, when we are given tasks in the school, make sure that we commit ourselves, our time, and efforts into it. Remember, opportunity may only come once. Therefore, grab every opportunity that may come along our way, for it may never come again. Number 12, help others. One way to positively win others is through helping them, because listening to and helping them can build trust and inspire them to follow. For example, in every school activity, we have to find ways to help others accomplish their tasks successfully. In return, they will be grateful to us. Lastly, number 13, Protect ourselves from emotional sabotage. This is being wise enough in protecting ourselves when others attempt to manipulate our emotions for personal sake. For example, when we feel that someone has been excessively or wrongly controlling our actions, feelings, and decisions in school, stop it in any right but subtle and courteous way possible. Next, for the strategies of enhancing emotional intelligence, we have recommended tools in enhancing emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence can be enhanced in school with the help of the following tools and strategies. Number 1, Emotional Literacy Workshop. This will help teachers to communicate with students, recognize and manage emotions, and increase self-awareness. So teachers will be able to understand students because they have already connection. They can build connection within them through Emotional Literacy Workshop. Second, we have Emotional Literacy Museum. It is a self-directed learning experience regulations and emotional literacy. So through Emotional Literacy Museum, one will be able to regulate about his or her emotions, can control his or her emotions. Number 3, Mixed Emotions Cards. It is a beautiful deck of tarot-like cards of feelings or labeled with feelings and synonyms. Number 4, Emotion Cards. It is an evocative, playful moon phase illustrations of emotions or open-ended without labels. Number 5, Bayou Dots. It is a simple reminder that emotions are part of our physiology. Number 6, Bingo Emotions. It is typically a classic bingo game played with emotions. Number 7, Feeling Faces. These are photos of real people and data about how survey respondents evaluated each picture. Number 8, 6 Seconds Emotional Intelligence Assessment. It provides feedback about the way one uses emotional intelligence and how to improve in this area. Number 9, The Zoo, an animal workshop. It is an activity that intends to imitate an animal behavior and gesture that ends with reflection and group sharing. Number 10, Face Workshop. It is an activity in which partners face each other while showing different facial expressions and qualities that ends with reflections. Number 11, the Machine Transformer. Participants in groups have to transform into an assigned machine or vehicle, of which each member shall comprise different parts deemed essentials and equally important that usually ends up with interactions and reflections. Number 12, Tower Building. Groups will be tasked to build a tower using pop sticks and strokes. The goal is to make the tallest and strongest tower at all. This will end up with interactions, sharing, open forums, and patching of emotional barriers. Number 13, Build Me a House. The participants in groups will be tasked to build a house using any available material around them. The goal is to make the strongest house, then the facilitator will suddenly destroy the house made by the group and observe the members' emotions and reactions and let them express their feelings and thoughts. At the end, each one will draw realizations, lessons, and values for reflection. Number 14, Internalization Activity. This is an activity that helps participants to reflect on the narrations of the facilitator with a background music in a dim and candlelight room. Everyone can express his or her emotions and feelings of resentment, remorse, agony, disappointment, and sadness. Lastly, number 15, Mirroring and Unmasking Activity. Each participant shall prepare a piece of paper and put it at his or her back. In a circular formation, everyone has to write that person's negative attitude on that paper. Everyone will be given time to see those feedbacks and reflect on them, while they are also given a chance to express themselves. These negative feedbacks will be called masks to be torn off and born at the end of the activity, and they will be lead to a prayer for self-renewal and rejuvenation.